Hello everyone, I'm Communist Gamer or Nikolai, and today we're going to talk about gender. The gameplay we're watching is some Titanfall attrition on the map Angel City, and then something else because the gameplay is almost over. Anyway, as promised in Ask Nikolai number 45, we're going to talk about gender. Like I said, I completely support all types of gender identities and expressions. I'm going to use this video to explain lots of gender related things, and for the people who may not understand. First, we need to acknowledge that gender is completely different from biological sex. Biological sex is the science and biology stuff, like chromosomes, genitals, and all that. Gender is a personal relation to yourself and the world around you. What that means is that gender is a socially constructed set of norms and stereotypes for what it means to be male or female. Of course, with 7 billion people in the world, not everyone is going to fit into those binary boxes. What it means to be female in some countries differs in other countries, making gender a social construct. If your biological sex and gender are the same, that would mean you are cisgender. If the two do not correspond, that would mean you are transgender. To be trans doesn't necessarily mean that the person has had sex reassignment surgery, it just means that they do not identify with the gender they are assigned at birth, and that's perfectly normal. In regards to people who are non-binary, everything is a spectrum. Gender has a spectrum, biological sex has a spectrum, sexuality has spectrums. For gender, as we know, on either side of the spectrum, there's male and female, and there's much more in between. We have people who are in the middle of the spectrum, like bigender or androgynous, and there are people who are in between being polarized and in the middle, like demi-male and demi-female, people who fluctuate along the spectrum or gender fluidity, and people who disregard the spectrum completely and are agender. All genders are just as valid as cis and should be respected and treated fairly. Moving on to gender roles. Gender roles are societal norms and stereotypes meant to dictate what men and women should do. Some very negative gender roles are things like women should stay at home, cook, and clean while the man is out making money at his job. In modern day progressive society, we should be working to destroy these gender roles and stereotypes. How about we let people do whatever job they want and marry whoever they want? Then we move on to gender expression, which is how people portray themselves in relation to masculinity and femininity in their respective environments. Gender identity and expression are not related. Just because someone dresses as female doesn't mean they are. Some people like to combine aspects of either side of the gender spectrum and present themselves as androgynous. A gender-fluid person may change their gender expression often to match how they feel inside. On a more philosophical level, what exactly does it mean to be male or female? That women are inferior and men don't cry? Aren't these labels just stereotypes and social norms? If it's all made up anyway, why do we continue to use these negative ideals? These are the things that need to be questioned in society. Schools shouldn't be encouraging gender questioning instead of suppressing it. Let me know what you think in the comments and if you learned anything new. I enjoy making this video and teaching people, so leave a like if you enjoyed. Keep in mind, this video just scratches the surface on what's out there, so don't think you're done with this topic. You can probably expect more sexuality and gender acceptance and explanatory videos in the future. Thanks for watching and have a great day.